3, 2, 1. Okay, my name is Derek.
And I'm Matt.
And I'm Ashley.
And I'm Katie.
And together we're
Drip
Dialogues.
Yo, we're here
but
again.
We're drinking.
Yeah, no, we are drinking.
Oh, wait.
Wait, we're going to do this
The
shot right
girls-
now or what?
Yes, you boys go first.
I already did it.
Yeah, I already did it too.
I'm good. I ended my shift.
I'll drink one for Ashley.
Thank you.
Got you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Katie. My OG season 2 part. Season 2?
It was season 2.
Well,
Yeah.
cheers.
3.5, right?
3.5. We got 3 right here. We got me. Yo, I mean.
Starting 4 right now. Vincent on the backup. Bench warmer right
Let's
now.
go.
Temporarily. Temporarily only.
Temporarily. Yeah. I mean, we got a good episode for today. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, though. 2 days ago, we had a shoot, but you guys weren't there. It was fun. Missed you guys.
I know,
And
I
now
saw.
we're here.
I have FOMO.
It's all good. It was like one extra seat, and it was like vacant, and I kept looking at it. I'm like, someone should be there. You
You're
should
like,
have been
Ashley
there.
should
By
have
the
been
way,
there.
if anybody was watching this, I was actually the first episode girl that got lost. So my name is Katie, and I've been having FOMO.
She's in the lost spot. She's because she works like 5 jobs, supports her cat. Her kid.
Her cat is so
Her and
cute.
her kid, yeah. But I think the topic for this one was like, since Thanksgiving's coming up, we just want to talk about like a little bit like what we're thankful for nursing. Katie wants to talk first.
Whoa. Hold on. Our
Wait.
boss is here. Let him talk first.
Wait, what? No. You can't do this to me. I'm thankful for everything. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful that we have this podcast. It's going to sound so cringe when I talk about it real quick. I don't want to be sentimental. I'm not the one drunk.
But going
Neither
back.
am I.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. She's
that's
sober. But I could start since I brought it up. Since I wanted to talk about the topic too. Just because like I wanted to talk about this, especially since like at least for me with nursing, one, I'm always grateful for nursing because like as stressful as it is, it's brought me like so much good in my life. Although a lot of bad, a lot of good, and a lot of like change of perspective, especially like when you go into it so young. I feel like most of the time, and me and my friends have talked about this too, like at least for me, I went into nursing when I was, like I graduated nursing school at 21, and then, yeah, like usually when you're 21, you're thinking about like the start of your life, but you see so often the end of life. So it changes the way you see things. So obviously I'm grateful for just the job itself, and then all the coworkers like us that I've got to meet, and then a lot of the patients that I've gotten to meet. Like I could touch base a lot about like the patients too. We could probably go through that one later. Like maybe talk about like a patient who's like most memorable and stands out to you guys the most. And I just had one recently on my most recent shift, so I could touch base on that one. But I'm gonna popcorn this to Derek on like talking about what we're thankful for.
I mean, I was not prepared for this episode. Did you prepare for this?
No,
I could ask something if
little bit.
you're not ready.
I'm not ready. No.
So recently on TikTok, I saw this video. I don't know if it's a trend right now, but it was like a bunch of like group of friends that had a little cake, and they had this little flag that wrote what everyone's thankful for. And it was maybe like a group of 20 people. And then the whole point of the message of the video, why it was so good, was because everybody wrote like a different thing. Like someone said, I'm very grateful that I just recently got married. Or someone was like, oh, I just finished 75-day hard. Someone else said like, oh, this is the first year I'm actually trying to like work out. But the point of the message was like, everybody was like, you know what, like it's so good to see that everyone's like in their own pace in life. You know what I mean? Like, just because someone is making 6 figures and someone just found a job who's been unemployed, like with the tech company, like the world, like, all my friends are just like stressing about like finding a job, or they're going to get fired the next day. So it's good to see that like everyone is just like at their own pace. But it's like, it's those little steps that you always, like everyone's just grateful for like who they are. And I when I watched that like video, I was like, oh, what a good like a Thanksgiving like video.
It's really cute.
Damn, I thought you were about to say the flags were like a hear me out cake kind of thing.
No, it was
you're
more
talking
no.
was
They,
hear me out.
they
Like a hear
really
me out is
wrote
the
what
flag.
they're thankful for on the flag, but it was so cute because
It was wholesome.
it's so wholesome
Yeah.
because like you never know what everyone's going through in life, and I mean we could like focus this whole like podcast on Thanksgiving like just towards nursing, but I think the viewers would more appreciate if we could like relate to all the viewers, you know. And then, you know, we can definitely talk about like nursing subject, but especially when it comes to Thanksgiving and like what we're grateful for, we can definitely like be more specific on like kind of like real life situation. You know, you never know like what your patients are going through. Like someone could just be like bed bound for last 6 months and they're grateful for that they can finally like move one of their limb. You know, you just never know what everyone's going through. And I think that's what nurses see, what other special like other like jobs don't see, is those little like baby steps of like what really means, like what's, how do I say this, what's actually important in life versus like what you can just buy, you know, not materialistic, but like in the end it's like if you're healthy and you can like, you know, do like basic necessities or everyday living things, I think you should just already be grateful. Like I feel like we always take so much granted for things that we already, you know, have versus what.
I think what you're trying to say, and I totally agree on this, and I was going to touch base on this later,
Yeah.
but it's a concept that I truly agree on and wholeheartedly believe too, is like,
Yeah.
I think especially in this day-to-day life, especially in LA, and with how busy like life is, and even like, you know, we were just kind of talking about before the podcast about how like a lot of us work like multiple jobs, especially Swift Drip being like a second job or a third, or I think someone's like a fifth job for this one. But a lot of times we're so busy that we focus so hard on like living for the big moments, especially with social media. It's like, again, there's a reminder that like you're looking at someone's highlight reel, not the day to day. But I'm a firm believer of like, I like to truly live for the small moments, you know? Like most people look forward to living for the holiday or like living for the weekend, you know? You look for the next big thing. But I love the small moments of like, even like us, like our group chat and stuff, like small stuff like that, or like how we're about to go to a strip club by accident for food before this, you know? It's like a funny little thing. Like it makes like each individual like interaction with every person a lot more meaningful when you look at the smaller things like that. Like I could, you know, obviously we could do like, you could do this podcast with anyone. You could do this podcast with like, you know, sure, it'd be nice to be with like someone prestigious and maybe like a giant, you could say, like someone who's like has a big social climbing or social status. But I'd rather do it with my homies like you guys, you know. But yeah, so I get what you're meaning, and I'm cool with that too. We could talk about stuff that's like, you know,
We can talk about anything.
dude, I'm
honestly,
thankful
like-
just to be able to walk, bro. I live in the ghetto of Long Beach, right by downtown. Oh, wait, okay, I'm gonna bleep that out so people don't know. But
That's long
But
beach.
anyways, there anything you wanna?
I mean, honestly, I mean, I think I do a good job posting my highlights and my lowlights. I mean, if you're part of my close friend stories, like you see all the bullshit that I have to go through. But I mean, with that, I'm very thankful for like a number of things. For my son, and he's healthy, and he's happy, and he's
so
growing.
cute.
Super cute.
yeah.
Happy that we have this company. Happy, thankful that, you know, we get to do this. This is a privilege. I mean, it's not lost on me that what we're doing right now, like so many other people would love to do. We just have the platform. We have the right people to do this thing, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of nursing, I don't know what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful that I'm thankful that this license allows me to like start this company so we could all be together. I'm thankful that our union got the contract. So
Nice.
shout out to the
Congrats.
union.
That was a quick strike.
We didn't even get to strike.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no,
Is
they
that
were
a
like,
good thing?
Yeah.
yeah, they.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good
I
thing.
think I
We
know
called their
what-
bluff, and we got what we
Got what
asked
you
for.
need.
So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to stay in the moment and stay present because I'm always in my mind. So when you're thinking about something, you're always one thought away from being in the moment. So these podcasts help me sort of channel that. I don't know.
Yeah, kinda
Let
stay
me
grounded.
remind you what he should be thankful for. So exactly like maybe like a year ago today when we just started. This is before when the podcast even happened. This is when we were still on season 2. Like look how like this company's been growing. You know, like Derek, I would give you like I would say like even though you just had a baby and like you're still working your charge, you know, still doing your 312s, like he still manages to like always do like, okay, Swift Drip is my baby and let's do something outside the box. Like he still sees the bigger picture, and like a year ago today, I could still talk to you guys, and it was not this like how big of the company has been.
Look, I went to which shout out to this coffee shop. I forget which coffee shop. Hold on. Grid Coffee and Diamond Bar. Some dude recognized me
Oh,
from like, and they were in nursery school at West Coast. I'll believe that one out. But they were in nursery school, and I was like, "Do you do drips?" I'm like, "Oh, you've seen our shit? Yeah, on TikTok. You guys are funny." I'm like, "Yeah, apply when you're like done." Yeah.
Speaking of applying, like I know like now that you're focusing more on content, and it's not just like that guy who recognized you. People like see on my bio like I work for Swift, and like they recognize like, and then the first thing is like, oh dude, like they have this like idea like, oh, they have to be really experienced, or like how do I get into this company? Like they look at our company like, oh my god, like this is the company that I would like to join. Like I just got my boobs done, and like the girl that had like the lab drawn, like the girl literally recognized her company and was like, yo, like I've been trying to like, but you know, like I don't know how many applicants we get.
We have currently 157.
Oh yeah, but you want to talk about like the app, because I know that's one of the high like question that everybody who watches our stuff like, oh, if I want to get into this company, like.
I mean, yeah, we could segue into that. If you want to join Swift, or you just DM the company IG, honestly, and then I tell you.
What
on
is like the
TikTok.
no, but like we gotta be specific. So I was literally just talking to Ashley about like how we hire a whole bunch of like onboarding, and then we just never see them. Like, in a sense, like what is this? Since you're the boss, like. What is the requirements that you're really just looking for with like, you know, anyone's a good candidate, obviously. Like you fit the vibe, you know, the first initial like we interview, see like, you know, you have to like explain to them like what's our interview process, because then we can like make this into a separate like TikTok and like post like this is off topic, I know.
Can
for
I talk about
Thanksgiving.
what I'm grateful for though?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, for sure,
I was
for
gonna
sure.
say maybe we should go back to the.
I think I'm really thankful for like the little laughs that I have with family members when caring for their family. I think that's the most what I've gone through recently. Our unit has kind of been a lot of long-term stays where they're really their families are getting really good at patient care. They know how to like, you know, clean the patient, help us. They can be my CNA while helping me, and it's just really nice. They're very like involved in the care, and I'm just so grateful that, you know, when I come in and they're crying with their like parent because they're going through such a tough time, that, you know, we can be there and have those special moments of laughing. And, you know, they know my name. They know I've worked 3 shifts in a row, and they're like, go home, Ashley, and you rest. And I'm like, I love you guys. I hope I see you guys again, but not in this hospital.
Yeah.
I hope you leave during my next 4 days off. But I think it's so great. I wish I could personally shout them out, but yeah, I love them so much. And yeah, these families, you just grow these mini bonds, and they will think about you for the rest of their life. And I'll think about them too. And I'm just really overall so grateful that we get to do that for these people and share this time, this hard time in their lives, and just kind of, I don't know, leave like an imprint on one another.
Yeah,
Isn't that such a crazy thought that like you're there for 12 hours and that's just one day, that's just one shift, but
Yes.
they probably think
Live
about
through
you,
that.
and you know they think about you all the time. Like
Yeah.
remember that time that we were in the hospital and we had Ashley for our nurse? Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
Like if you leave that lasting impression, I think the soul of nursing is there,
Yeah.
and yeah, no,
I
it's great
always
that you.
said the nurse, the what's so special about being a nurse is because like these patients are, you're taking care of them at their most vulnerable state, where even if, let's just say, as a person, they weren't like that when they were healthy, but for our job, when we have to, like, this is our work, like we have to be like very interpersonal with you, like we have to literally like sometimes like wash you, like people aren't used to that. But so as a nurse, we take care of people at their most vulnerable state. So imagine like how special that is already for them to open up to us in that state of mind. And I think it's truly a gift for anyone who works in healthcare, like not just a nurse, but I'm just saying like for us to have that empath and like to really like see them, and not just treat them as like I'm just clocked in, so this is what I'm doing because this is my like job, but versus like people who really enjoy the job. I feel like nurses, there's not amount of money you can, let's just say like someone who doesn't have that empath to become a nurse, to be like, okay, here's like, let's just say $50 per an hour, like can you do like all the stuff that we fucking go through. There's no way a regular person would be like, yeah, I'll take that for 50, like you know what I mean. But it's because we have the heart and like the patience and the understanding and like all the like the connection that you were talking about. Like it's all the little moments that makes all that hard like physical and like emotional work so much worth it at the end, that we feel so grateful that we could be part of their like vulnerable state.
I think it helps like realign what is important in our day, like as regular people too. Like seeing all of it, I go home and I'm just more appreciative of other things, small things as well. So yeah, I think it's just really special. But not just nurses, like lab, everyone. They remember everyone. They know who's like good. They're like, oh, this guy always gets me good first try. So yeah, just grateful for all the bonds that we have. And this as well, I think is really cool. And we get to do IV hydration for everyone and help them in their time of need as well.
Yep.
And we go to galas.
Yeah.
We go to special events
I'm
sometimes.
excited. My other place is going to go too.
I saw they're sponsors.
Yeah.
I was thinking they were. You know what? I'm not gonna crash out on this. Well, no, fuck it. No, wait, I'm not.
Just, you're already there. Do
You
it.
want a shot first?
No.
You wanna
Yeah,
shot
do
first?
it.
Did they reach
Or a
out
shot.
to you?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
can
I
we
know the founder.
switch?
Oh, yeah. So they do too. She's a client of ours. She's a client of ours.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like at this growth point of Swift Trip, I don't think it was like the right move right now.
I don't think like it would have
It wouldn't heighten.
have benefited us as much.
Yeah, I don't think we need brand awareness.
Do you want to put it on the
Yeah, I would
floor?
say like what you were talking about earlier, when Katie was talking about like you guys are getting recognized out in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've gotten not recognized, but whenever I talk with people, they're familiar with like the company name.
It's weird because I feel like a lot of the applicants that come by these days, like
Wait, what are we talking about?
they
We're talking about like the brand Swift Drip.
Uh-huh.
And like how it's already kind of like popular where we don't have to push the name out there.
Yeah, I mean, I know other drip companies, they work hard to try to get more nurses, but because our content is so nurse forward, like we have an endless supply of nurse applicants. Like I don't ever feel like we're ever gonna run out of like
trust
applicants.
me, when I was going through that,
There's a lot of people like advertising for like coworkers.
Oh, like
Yeah.
by name, yeah.
Yeah,
That's our star player on the bench right now, telling us that apparently a lot of our coworkers are like I have the same thing with you though. Like my coworkers know of Swift Drip and they like all talk about it too. Like the name's out there.
Like they want to apply.
Yeah, like the presence is very high out there, 100%.
facts.
Yeah,
It's
so
like word of mouth is the strongest thing.
yeah,
And I
High-key,
feel
yeah.
like, and because our company is such a good vibe, that everybody, like we do a lot of outings, so obviously we're gonna talk about it and we post a lot about it, and we're very like content heavy, and they see that, and we're fun vibe, and everyone's just like, yo, like how do I get into your business? Like
Dude, Derek's quick with it. I sent him like 6 clips. Boom. Like the video's already posted. I see the tag.
yo,
It's
yeah.
quick.
He's
Easy
our
money.
content daddy.
It's Swift.
It's Swift. Yes, it
Swift.
can't be
It's
called.
Swift.
It's Swift and it's got drip.
Yeah.
Hey yo.
Yeah. No, I would say what's it called? Yeah, like also the way that you do social media too is like one of a kind.
Yeah.
Like it's a
really
very
good.
specific aesthetic. And then I think it's also like what you said, like the company itself. And I'm not just saying this as like bias from being in the company, but like it, like what you said, it's ran by nurses. You're a nurse. We're all nurses. We get it, and it's like very understanding when it comes to like the job and like also like trauma bonding about the job, and not just the
Yeah.
job, but like our other jobs and stuff. So shared experiences, which is what's
I just
important.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it here, guys.
Well, we love to
We
have you
love
too.
to have you.
Yeah. No, yeah. I was gonna say touch base on what you guys are saying, like that. Like you guys know the word sonder.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
essentially what
about
it
that
is.
all the
Yeah.
time. And yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Like what you're saying, like that's what like to me, that's like we were talking about like bedside and bedside really freaking sucks, but there's no other job in my opinion where you actually. I mean, like I'm just gonna say not just nursing, but healthcare in general as a whole. And touching base on what Kay said too, you meet these people in their most vulnerable states. And I try not to like, when you say vulnerable, I feel like at least to me, there's like a negative connotation, like like injured puppy kind of vulnerable kind of thing. But no, it's like these are just people who are like we can all at the end of the day, we're all going to one day end up in the hospital, one day we like it or not. So the idea that you got to spend these 12 hours with these people, get to know them, get to bond with them, and like learn like, hey, well, shoot, like we have the same sports team, or you tell them straight up, your sports team's ass, as a joke. Like actually get to bond with these people on these small interactions. And then you'll probably most likely never see them again, but you'll think back on them like years later. Like what you said, like I have so many interactions that I'm grateful for, and I still think back on like almost once a week, sometimes like every single day, depending on the mood, depending on the context of like what I'm going through and how it reflects on that interaction with the patient. Because maybe it's something that I have resonated with, whether that I've gone through it or somebody else is going through it. So I think more about it. And then to think back and I'm like, I don't even remember this person's face. I don't remember this person's name. I don't even know if they're alive anymore. But the idea that I was grateful to have that small interaction, it's very, like, just grateful in general. Like, it's something I think about and I care deeply and I'm passionate about highly. And a lot of my patients, like, especially at where I'm at, I get a lot of frequent flyers. Mm-hmm. And there's patients who have, like, and my coworkers who I work with, they can attest to this. I walk around all the time. Like, I help out patients all the time whenever I see, like, a call light and stuff. And so I remember one time I've gone into a patient's room, and they actually recognize me. They're like, oh, hey again, Matt. I'm like, what? I'm like, who are you? And then they're like, wait, it's me. And then they said, and I was like, they're giving me like a little backstory when they was last here. I'm like, wait, I do remember you. And then they're like, we're just catching up and everything. He's not even my patient, but it's just like, like I said in a couple podcasts a while ago, I said old friend. I'm saying the same thing. I'm like, good to see you again, old friend. But it's also bad to see you. I got to meet you in the Vons. Like, we got to stop meeting this way.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, that's funny. You know how we were talking about like we're back to what Katie said about there was a lot to unpack with what you said, but one thing that stood out for me was the vulnerable thing again. Some patients are assholes when they're in pain,
Yeah.
but then
Oh, fuck yeah, they are.
but when you see them outside, one of them helped me with my flat. And I'm like, you're actually pretty chill.
What? What are the odds that your patient helped you out with the flat? Wait,
Well,
I need to hear
That's
this.
pretty crazy.
He's like, it was outside the hospital
how
and he
did you-
caused the
wait,
flat.
I wanna
Yeah,
know.
bro, he
I wanna
caused it and
know.
then fixed it.
I
So
want
he's
to
like,
know how this happened.
I got one up on you.
Wait, hold on.
But-
Let's hear this story because they know way.
My tire popped on the way to 7-Eleven that's right by my hospital. And I'm like, well, shit. I either called AAA or I do it myself. And I was struggling doing it myself. And then my patient it was when I worked in the ER from that night, just like, oh, you need some help? I'm like
He was still admitted?
no, he was, I mean, this was when I was in
Just
the ER.
hanging out
so
there.
Code green.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and the-
seriously.
like-
Do you have a patient gown on still? I'm just
No,
kidding,
no.
Like,
no.
what
It's
are
all,
the
can you take out my
odds, though?
IV?
Like, he just happened to discharge, and then I asked you. No way, he just happened to discharge and asked you if you need a hand.
We discharged pretty quickly in the ER, but yeah, no, it was like he was like an ass to the doctor. He was ass to me, But then when he went out of the hospital, he was like really nice. I don't think he even remembered me. But I'm like,
But
Thanks.
honestly, going back to that, I think I can understand that guy's frustration because ER with the triage, holy shit, for him to get discharged that quickly, which means he probably waited like 4 hours in the ER just waiting room.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's probably
so-
just frustrated that he had to wait that long, and like he was just putting that frustration out.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
we can all be assholes.
They always do the MPO in the ER because you never know if you have to go through a fucking CT scan
Yeah.
and a surgery. No, that's why I don't go to the ER
until you have to.
until I
That's
really
when it's a
am
true
dying,
emergency. Yeah. No.
Until I'm like
Until
someone needs to take me there.
Yeah.
I'll never drive myself to New York.
Yeah, I think it's like now that like from the inside looking out. Even when my friends ask me like, "Oh, should I go to the like ER for this?" I'm like, "No, go to urgent care. Like it can wait, or like go to your PCP if it can wait much longer." But then there's some things where you're like, "Okay, like I know if I go to urgent care, I'm gonna be sent to ER, so then you just go straight there." Like one of my buddies, he played basketball and then he literally got his shoulder dislocated. He couldn't get it back in. He's like, "Should I go to the ER?" I'm like, "Yeah, you got to get it fixed right now."
Yeah, there's like different levels of like urgent care and ER.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of things that a lot of people actually don't know the difference. Cause I'm from like South Korea where the healthcare is way different than America. Like people go to the ER with like a common cold and we're like admitted to like med surg right away. And I think I'm just so used to that. So when I first moved to America, I would just like, oh, I have a strep. So like my instant thought was like, let's go to the ER. And then I got like bills, triage. Like I think when I came to America, the healthcare really shocked like me. And then after that, I'm like, okay, I'm never going to the ER.
When'd you move here?
2012. So I was 17, like end of junior year of high school. So imagine like always just being used to like where everyone just goes to the ER.
You went to school in Korea?
Mm-hmm.
College in Korea?
No, I went to high school. I just said junior year of high
Oh,
school.
fuck, my bad.
Well,
But-
because Darren
Yeah,
went to
no one.
college when he was 17.
Yeah.
Of course he.
That's why he founded the company. So
Yeah.
smart.
That's why he fucking
He's
did it.
actually only 22 right now.
Yeah, he's actually like 8 years younger than me. But but I think like a lot of people don't know when to pick and choose like urgent care or ER.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because like if you're really not in the healthcare, I do understand like how people wouldn't know like the difference. Like I don't know what people in the HR do till this day. Like
Yeah. No, 100%.
or like what people in text do.
Yeah. That's why I actually like the stories of like people who aren't in nursing. That's actually why I really like this job too, because like I'm like I know the ins and outs of nursing, but like what do you do for work? Like what is your day-to-day life? You know, like dang, what's it like working from home, and how do you stay focused? Because I would
Yeah.
literally.
You know what
just
we
be
should
sleeping.
do? You know what we should do?
What, invite people who don't do nursing.
Yeah.
No. Well, before the podcast, let's say we're here, right? We're in Hollywood Boulevard, wherever we're at right now, right? And we're walking the street and like, hey, let's interview you, and then we just bring him into the podcast and we just ask him what he does.
Oh, like if they got
What
like
if they're
3 hours.
just like, they're just like,
I just-
They're gonna,
Unemployed.
think, they're gonna think they're gonna get killed or something. Like, yeah, come here.
I just smoke,
random.
dude.
Yeah. Like, well, what you
and
smoke?
Derek's like, all right, let's go pick another one.
Let's go. I'd be like, okay, you smoke. Like, well, what got you into that? Why do you smoke? You know?
Yeah.
Is it because it's
That's
fun?
actually funny.
I don't think nursing though is the only career where like you make a difference. I think we just get a lot of opportunities, you know, to make a difference or make people feel a certain way.
It depends on the definition of difference. I mean,
That
well,
is
yes.
true.
I feel like on a one-to-one basis, nursing is the only profession that you could make that like very intimate connection. But when it comes to like making a difference at scale,
That's
that's
every
totally
job.
different.
Yeah,
you know what
you
I
can make a
mean?
difference.
Bro, you
with
know, I
being
always
unemployed.
say the fucking people on the customer service on the fucking
Oh,
phone.
yeah,
they make difference.
Yeah,
in
Yeah,
life.
they
100%,
do.
yeah.
Holy
they
shit,
do.
bro! That's
they
literally
got the
nursing,
patience, yeah.
like on behind
That's
the
actually
cell phone.
true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
I
hot take.
always,
Yeah,
you know,
customer
shout out
service
to
people.
everyone who gets fucking underpaid doing that fucking bullshit customer service. Because I shit you not, even I get mad. Like,
I mean,
you know,
technically,
ain't
nursing
no one
is
happy
customer service.
calling
Yeah.
customer service.
Yeah.
So imagine behind the screen for 8 hours a day that they're just listeing to people bitch at them. Like,
Crash out.
I yeah, like it's literally.
They should make a customer
official.
service podcast. I watch that shit.
Oh, wait, that would
Watch
actually be
that
dope.
shit.
Wait, stories of customer service would be actually
Like,
dope.
I'm
though.
pretty sure they have so much shit to say that more than we do.
That's a good point. Or like
I don't
retail.
know.
Like
Yeah.
you work in retail, there's probably
Dude, they should
yeah.
definitely do that.
those are God soldiers for
Yo,
sure.
you
They
know
got
what?
some heavy
We
crosses.
should fucking bring
100%.
I don't
two
know.
of
I
those
get yelled at.
people.
I've been a server for many years. I think I get yelled at more about food and cleaning, housekeeping. They tell me like this like part of their
nursing?
little room is like broken. And I'm like, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I mean I've definitely been serving like hospitality job, but like I'm talking about like imagine just going crazy looking at a screen for 8 hours, just hearing someone bitch over and over again. That's a specialty, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
You gotta build. You gotta be
I don't know.
built different. Because
I feel like
with my
sometimes-
patients,
Mm.
oh my god. At least like nursing, you have like time to like move around and like take care of multiple
Oh my
people
God,
at
I
once.
don't know.
Yeah.
But just oh my god, I think I'll lose my shit.
I mean, every job has its pros and cons, right?
But that's why
yeah.
going back to making the difference, I feel like those people need a special shout out.
Yeah. I feel like everyone to a certain degree with every job, there's probably a podcast out there for that, like just specific niche, you know? Like I'm sure there's like there's something out there for everything, you know? There probably is a retail. Like,
I'm just
podcast.
envisioning like crossover episodes where like we take two of their hosts and
That's what I'm saying.
You know, that'd be
We
so
need
funny.
to-
That'd
Okay,
be
but
pretty
I
dope.
was just
But
talking
we'd be
to
all
them.
fighting. We'd be like, I want to be part of it.
Yeah, that's true. I would love to interview someone
Yeah.
like
Well,
I
that.
would
no,
wanna-
Derek, this is a question for you. So I was just talking to them about like, what do you think about like next podcast? Like, we invite people that are non-nurses but still in healthcare, like RTs, doctors, and then
We're
like
getting
they're-
Justin on the pod one of these
Yeah.
days.
Oh,
Really?
yes,
I
we
need to. I
are.
want to be there. I want to hear his like. Anyway, they know he's been doing brand dealing with like
Figs.
figs, and
know.
he's our little content creator, doc. So.
That video was good.
Video's cool.
But no, I was
I
gonna
can't
say
believe he
like
actually made
maybe
it
we
to
should
run.
do like maybe we should do one pod with like one doctor, one nurse. Well, we're saying the farm.
Dude, I said,
We're
in my farm, we're going to war.
I know a couple of pharmacists. I'm sure you guys
Oh,
do
yeah.
too. I feel like it'd be so funny if it's like just.
We're just yelling at each other.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Let's
Or
We're just pointing
It's
fingers.
like,
Yeah, literally
let's
just-
get bottom of this
Yeah.
shit. So what's happening?
No, I mean, yeah. I do talk to Justin about some things like randomly. I'm like, dude, why do doctors do this?
yeah, no, he has to defend himself.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know it's not you, but still.
Yeah.
But what if it is? Have you worked
I
with him?
know. I don't know.
Could.
He tells me he doesn't do it, but
What kind of doctor is he? What, inpatient, hospitalist, or?
hospitalist.
So he makes the orders for like the admits.
Yeah. I've
There's-
heard him
yeah.
like talk on the phone, like answer.
Really?
Like, and he's nice though, because one time he answered like after the 7 to 7, and he actually answered. It was almost an hour after 7, so it was almost 8, and he answered it, and he like still answered it, gave orders, whatever, and he was like, "See, I could have been a dick, but I didn't, because I've called." And I didn't know we used to have 8 to 8 for the doctors, and then we switched to 7 to 7. I didn't know, and I called a doctor at like 7:30 after I'd given a report because something had happened, and he like bitched at me. He was like, "Do you even know what fucking time it is? Like, I'm not
Damn.
even. I shouldn't even be answering
you guys work
it."
in the same hospital?
No, a
Oh.
different doctor. That's why,
Oh,
like, when I saw
different doctor.
Justin answer, I was like, that was so nice of you. Because, like, if you are going to, just ignore the call, right? Like, if you are going to answer, why not just be pleasant about it? Like, we're already here.
Yeah.
You're already talking. But, yeah, I don't know. Justin says he's nice. I see him get along with the nurses. He makes the food for his
I
nurses.
know he
so.
literally cooks for his like
Yeah.
people in his unit, but he's also like a food content creator.
Dang. What the
Yeah,
heck?
no, this guy got
Yeah, he
like-
needs to be on the pod. I feel like
yeah.
we
Yeah.
should definitely make a list of people that we should reach out to and become part of the
Yeah.
pod, or just be a guest on the pod, not part of the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we had
guest.
our
I think we
first.
should have like a special like guest.
I mean, that's the only way to grow the pod. But anyway, it's a very meta speak, talking about how to grow the pod on the pod.
100%. Yeah.
No, but like pod. That's the whole point of pod, though. Like it's like transplant. Like we talk about anything, and then it's up to the whoever edits, you know. But I think it's
It's me.
I know,
The
but, yeah,
edits are
that's
great.
up to you.
I
But
love
I
the
think
edits.
I think the more we do these pod and we keep talking and laughing, you know, like I think this is good. Like instead of like just being like, okay, topic number 1, you know, like just talk like this.
But
and
real
then,
like cut. What was the next topic though? We're starting to.
We were
like-
just doing.
no, I thought we're just
We're doing things, but Vincent hasn't had an opportunity
Yeah.
to talk, so I think.
Get in
Wait,
here,
it's
Vince.
10:21. Yeah, I think it's time for you to head on over.
Take
Yeah,
the
D, are
mantle.
you done?
yeah.
I'm gonna step. I'll step out. I'll just have Vincent step in here.
Doesn't matter
Yeah,
to
yeah.
me, honestly. Whatever works.
All right. Make sure you don't move the cameras. Don't trip on anything.
Gotcha. Hello.
It's me.
Let's dab him out real quick
Dab me
because
up?
I haven't
That's
seen
crazy.
him. So, hey, by the way,
I haven't seen Katie in so
wait.
long.
Tell him, boy.
Tell
What
him
up?
what.
What up?
My
What's up,
prodigy.
guys?
My
I'm
guy.
He's my
Vincent. Yeah, so Katie was saying I'm her prodigy. She did precept me when I got onboarded to Swift Drip, and she's been an awesome preceptor. But yeah.
And you still remember how to tie the tourniquet?
Yeah, I actually, the funny thing is, like, I actually do it at work now.
Good.
They're like,
baby.
why are you doing 2 tourniquets? I'm like, it's just how I was taught, and it feels more comfortable for me.
Not always, but if you really need to.
Yeah. Well, I do it anyways because generally speaking, my tourniquets roll whenever I put it on with just a single tourniquet. And, you know, like, patient population is completely different from, like, well, the type of patients or clients that we deal with. So I just find it a lot easier. And so I've just been doing it ever since.
Welcome.
So, oh, thanks.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Cheers,
I
guys.
guess.
I
No
would
worries.
say if you guys do, okay, so I think, okay, going back to,
Cheers.
remember what I was saying, like going back to like if we were to onboard more people, because I think that is one of the topics that we should cover, just because so many people, one, are interested, and the boss is here. I think you need to at least like give them a rundown of like this is like what your expectations are within the first, because I feel like a lot of people just kind of apply because they only see that we're fun, we do podcasts, like they only see like the fun side, but there's expectations when it comes to working for a company, obviously. And I think this is a good way to kind of make it like to public, like what you're really like, because we need to like get serious to this. Like we can't constantly hire all these nurses for vibes, because in the end, Swift Drip, going back to the center, we are an IV company, you know.
It's
So-
definitely like client first and foremost. I think that's what Katie's trying to go towards, and I completely
And-
understand and agree. But
I'm just not trying to make this a strategy meeting on a podcast.
Oh no, we're not.
Yeah.
But we're not. But if we could make like like 5 minutes out of this whole entire thing, that we could at least just like, what is
Sure,
it
I
like to
mean-
work for a Swift Drip? Like, how is a one appointment look like for you guys? You know, like we can talk about that. Like,
So the inner operations of Swift or Mobile IV hydration is that of a client calls us and they tell us what their symptoms are. We do a good faith exam with a nurse practitioner and we see, okay, this person is appropriate for our drip. We tell them the price, they say yes or no, and if they say yes, then we have the staffer who is usually our VA, Chelsea, to schedule an available nurse. The nurse is expected to be there within an hour and be finished within the hour, and they get paid.
I think you're too like logical. What I meant by that, okay, let me ask like Matt, like as like a Swift Drip nurse, like how is, I don't know, daily appointment look like for you? I just don't want people to, you know, like I said, they only see us doing events, fun stuff. As a Swift Drift nurse, I could say, like, for me, it is a very different than you having resources. It's not a place where you're so used to having backups. Like, let's just say you miss an IV. You're not going to have another nurse to try a second IV. This is a place where you're gonna definitely be independent. You have to be comfortable being independent because it's just literally one versus one. It's you and your client. You pick up the shift, you have your own supplies, you drive there, and a lot of people, this is where the environment's so different. They get like, kind of like freaked out a little bit. Anxiety kicks in. And even though they are great nurses with good IV skills, a lot of our nurses in the past experience missed a lot. And then from there, they don't feel like they're just not worthy enough to be in a company anymore. So I want whoever wants to apply for our company in the future that it's normal, but just understand that the environment is a lot different. Try to be more comfortable. Believe in yourself, believe in your skills. You have a lot of all of us on onboarding that will see, your IV skills and just trust the process. I understand though. When we go to the clients' houses, everyone, even if it's a hard stick, how do I explain it? Like, in a hospital settings, when you see a hard stick, you still want to try because there's senior nurses that can do it for you.
Subconsciously, there's resources.
Exactly. But Swift Drip, we don't got resources like that. As in, like, yes, someone has to go there eventually, but that is something more like pride thing.
I mean, I feel as though a good number of the applicants know what they're getting into. You're not going to be, there is a little bit of that layer of, I want to join them because they seem fun, but you also have to, a lot of them have self-awareness that if you're not good at IV starts, they're not going to even, think about joining us.
Yeah.
The only people that aren't that great at IV starts are newer nurses that want to join, but we do have the resources to sort of, and look, you're good now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I've never
you haven't missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't missed.
Mind you, Ashley, like her first ever IV was during onboarding, and she got it like that. So like, I felt comfortable knowing like she's a good nurse who can be part of our company, and yeah, like there's the fun side of everything, but when it comes down to it, when clients need something, like we can always rely on Ashley to just bang it out,
Yes,
Whereas,
Ashley.
like for me, I'll be honest, like like how I met you guys was completely different, but I knew coming into it, like, yes, you guys are like a super fun company, you guys have outings, but I knew coming in, like, even though I was still relatively like new as a nurse, I knew coming in, like, I have to work on my IV skills, and that's what I was honest and upfront about with you guys.
Which I love.
Like I was like, you know what, like I feel like 50-60% of IV skills, but I'm gonna work towards it. Like I'm not gonna give up on it because nursing is all about learning.
And that's why you're still here, baby.
That's why I'm still here.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's like I understand where Katie's coming from, but I also understand where Derek's coming from too. This is like a company first and foremost. We want to provide that type of hospitality to clients, and we're gonna do that nurse first. Everything else comes second. And so if you're all about providing the care to clients, then you're more than welcome to
and you're going to be
skills.
tipped handsomely too, because
Yeah.
these clients have deep pockets.
Yeah.
So work on your IV skills and then
Yeah.
apply and then get tipped well.
And it's definitely like okay to feel scared about starting IVs, but as long as you're willing to work towards it and not be afraid to be like, okay, like I can't get it. Can someone else come by and help me and like ask questions about like how do you start IVs? Like you're more than fitting to be a part of our company, because there's times where like I rarely get clients, which is okay. Like we all have our separate lives, but I'm willing to pick up here and there. And like if I don't get it, sometimes clients are more than willing to allow you more than once, and that's really awesome because they're a whole different population compared to how patients are where we all work. So it's definitely a more of like determination to want to do better. And like I think that's the whole point of being like an IV company, providing the service at the same time as growing as a nurse. So I think that's where you guys can definitely, you know,
The
if you ever
skills
want
transfer,
to.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
customer service in the bedside translates to customer service when you're doing the mobile IV hydration stuff. And also iron, Sharpens iron. You getting good at IVs with Swift Drip or within the company makes you a better IV nurse in the hospital too. We have to also take into consideration that nursing is a continuum. Like whether you're a nurse in aesthetics, in L&D, in ER, or just an IV hydration company, you're still a nurse, and you still, I mean, at least should have a good baseline on what's safe and what's not. And as long as you could provide that safety to our clients as well as good customer service, then I think you'd be a good fit for the company. I mean,
Very well said, though. Yeah,
it's
'cause
vibes though. I mean, it for real is vibes. Like
it is
like you know how they talk about like personality hires
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
for
hospital.
sure.
I think we are all personality
Entire
hires.
company of personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personality.
Because like
hires.
I'll say this, like all my coworkers at my hospital are saying like, so I noticed like you're like hanging out with your coworkers at like this IV hydration company. Like, how do I get in and stuff like that? Well, you know, like I'm always more of like promoting our company. And I'm saying like, you know, like even if we're not hiring, like it doesn't hurt to apply. And I can definitely more than vouch for you because I've actually like worked with like people who want to join a company, so I can vouch for them. Personality wise, like even if I didn't hang out with them like outside of work, I can trust that their skills first and foremost are up there. And like even if it's not, like I'm saying, like it doesn't hurt to try because we'll still take you in as an applicant and still kind of interview you based on how you know, the personality is. And then we can work on like what Katie and Derek was saying, like onboarding wise. We have those resources where we can provide you with, you know, several attempts and stuff, and we can kind of guide you through how like IV starts are like. And then, you know, whenever you feel confident, if you need to, like we can provide you with that help. So, you know.
Yeah. I'd also probably add in that like since Swift Drip is like a, you know, there's like a business model behind it on top of like it helps sharpen your nursing skills. Again, like depending on your specialty, you can get a lot of reps in for your IVs, or you can get no reps in for your IVs, you know. But at least with Swift Drip, it's consistent. But also helps work with your social skills. I feel like ever since I joined the company, I've been better at like, you know, obviously like there's small talk, but I've genuinely come to enjoy the small talk to get to know people outside of like the hospital setting. And then it's just made me more intrigued. Like, would I be able to like be a car salesman for if that was my job, you know? And then I hear them explain the step by step, because you know we already know the step by step for nursing. So it's like when you put yourself in their shoes, you're like, that's an interesting thing. I'm like, you know what? I don't think I could sell cars for a living. So kudos to them.
Well,
I give more empathy.
we're definitely not like selling anything, because I feel like most of our clients when
no.
they hit us up, they know exactly like what they're looking for. But
I mean, we're selling, but that's what they're buying. Like that's what they want.
mean, we're not
I think
really, like,
IV hydration is not a hard sell
it's
whatsoever.
not like what I mean by like it's not like a med spa where we're selling products
Yeah,
to
no,
you,
oh, no, no.
but
Oh,
it's
yeah,
more
no.
so.
It's not really
people-
uppriced, though,
Yeah, it's
like,
not.
Maybe
People-
NAD.
Yeah, people call us
Upselling.
because they know exactly what they're looking for, and then it's a service. It's
Yeah.
it's not a. That's what I like to
Yeah.
think of us.
But
It's
I'm gonna
like,
be real, like what you said about how like you see different people outside of, well, you see different people within the
Yeah.
company when you see these clients, and you're like, can I be a car salesman or something like that? I'm gonna be real, like I used to work for a different IV drip company, and I saw that their practices were shit.
What?
So I was like, I'm gonna start this company. But it was the clients that I saw within that old company. It was. It was, yeah, no.
going
It's
on,
okay.
boss? What?
And it was talking with the clients that these people serve that gave me the idea that Swift Drip is entirely possible, and my vision could like actually manifest into something real, and that's what this is right now.
Yeah.
And oh.
no, you go. You finish that thought.
yeah, I feel like this podcast went from one topic to another, so I'm gonna just continue on this train for now. And if there is an opportunity to crash out, I will crash out
Crash
because
out.
now
We don't need
I'm
to do
Crash
that
out,
today.
because now
boss.
I'm already talking shit about the other
Crash
drip
out.
company.
No,
I
wait,
feel
wait,
like
let's crash
we can
out.
like reel it back
Cheers
in.
to that. Cheers to that.
Oh yeah, it's true because like.
Wait, should we
Well,
hide the logo?
how many other of you guys worked for an IV company? Like, is
I
this your first one?
know.
Yeah, I've
This
never.
is like
work
my
for a
first
med
one.
spa.
Never. Majority of I know a couple of people who do work for IV companies. A majority of them, one of them actually, she's coming to Swift Drip. She's one of my close friends too, and she has said like the one thing that made Swift Drip stand out is that like, it seems very welcoming and is actually ran by people who understand what it's like to be a nurse. Whereas most IV companies, from what I understand, there's like I'm sure there's some nuance behind it because this is my opinion that I don't have actual
Wait, pause.
understanding.
Are we really gonna talk about other?
Yes,
company versus-
fuck them. Let's
Wait,
go.
wait,
Let's
wait,
let's
and
go.
we're actually-
Someone play
wait,
the
hold
clip
on,
of
and
Derek
we're
saying,
actually
"Me."
airing it?
Yes, we
Okay,
are.
I wasn't sure
We're
how this
airing
is
I mean,
gonna
no,
be.
because, I mean,
Okay,
no.
I'm just trying to look up for everybody.
Nope,
just
we're
wanna
going.
I'm just saying more
I
in
wasn't
general,
sure
like-
if we're really like
Again with
comparing- okay.
IV companies, you could say this in general. Like I think anyone who works for, you could even correlate this to most jobs in general. There's a disconnect between higher ups and you would say like the entry level jobs, right? Like there's a disconnect obviously with like the CEO of like maybe Target to like the everyday person, who's working at Target. But at least with Derek, it's like, or like with Swift Drip, it's like there is a connect because we are all at the same level of like understanding like what it's like to be a nurse.
In
And
terms
that's-
of like understanding that we all have our own lives.
Yeah.
And we might not
Wait,
all
I want
be
to
able
hear
to.
Derek crash out.
Yeah.
Or the
Wait.
fact that we're in the trenches together.
Yeah,
basically.
It's like and
Wait.
I say this to patients all the time that like if they try to put me on praise, like, oh, you're like a good nurse or you're like a really good nurse, I literally I hate that actually. I usually just say like I'm just a guy who can relate to someone having a tough time. And I say like majority of us, we can relate to being a nurse, like our job and understanding like the pros and cons behind it.
Yeah.
And then also with the clients, we can understand a struggle, especially a health struggle if the typical hangover, 100% everyone's had that. I just feel like everyone here has had that. And then not just that, like maybe you're having nausea or like you have body aches, or especially if flu seasons come up, you've been sick, you just need a quick fix me up. Like everyone can relate to that. I think everyone here I feel like everyone in the company too is like very relatable in terms of like, hey, like I get it, like I understand where you're coming from, and this will help you, and we don't like crazy upcharge stuff like most other companies.
Yeah,
sure.
no, we're competitively priced as well. So, back to what you're saying, thank you for like giving me that compliment that there is that connection
Yeah.
because I truly feel like, oh my god, it sounds like a broken record, but Swift Drip is made for nurses, and at the end of the day, I want Swift Drip's vision and our culture to translate through all of healthcare,
Yeah.
not just like med spas or IV hydration companies, but the new paradigm of what hospital and healthcare should be based around the togetherness that we foster here at Swift Drip. And I think that disconnect from higher ups, like you were saying, Matt, like it's so palpable, and that's why so many hospitals are going on
Yo, that shit
strike.
toxic.
No, that's why I'm saying
Fucking
like
toxic.
it's just
Why do you
we
think
have to
everyone
create
leaves?
this here first, and then we could
Yeah.
translate this into other workplaces of healthcare.
Can I add something to what Derek just said? And going back to our topic of being thankful, I do really wanted to say, beginning of this podcast, I actually wanted to start off this podcast about this whole how thankful I am when I first moved out to LA. Swift Drip was literally like one of the so I do, you guys know I work other jobs, but I'm saying like Swift Drip was like my first job that I landed when I first came to LA. And I will tell you, when you first come to LA alone with the cat, the lifestyle that I live right now is definitely not like usual. It's not common for people who don't know anyone out here in LA to thrive out here in LA. And I truly feel like you guys are literally my biggest blessing that when I first moved out here, even though when the company wasn't like big as what we were right now, we weren't even doing pods, but it was like the connection, like the clientele that we were getting when I start first working with you. You guys gave me such an opportunity and like open windows to work with so many different types of people that lived in LA. What I'm talking about is like I work with clients that were till this day like famous influencers who work in like Hollywood movie scenes. You know, there's just so many. I'm not even just talking about famous people, but I'm talking about any regular people. You know, I've done a lot of clients within Swift Drip, and that intimate space that you get with one-on-one client, like I said, like we go to your guys' homes and we get to talk about anything you guys want. And within so many connections that I actually till this day have connections with through the company, truly been a blessing. And I am very grateful that I landed this job, you know, especially LA is a very scary, like a place like for anyone to live in. But going back, I just wanted to say before I let Ashley step in, I just wanted to say like Swift Drip, you guys been very like nothing but like grateful, and also you guys been my family. And going back to the whole coworkers thing, like these are the I call them like my boss, my brother, my best friend, because you two literally like I can call them anytime, like 3 a.m. if I'm like having issues. They literally came to my apartment like, Katie, you don't sound good. Like, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Derek, your vision is not just like based off of strictly like any job. Like, you guys are literally like my family, my brother, and so grateful that I can like till this day like still see, you know, like see this vision board grow, and truly blessed. And that's what I wanted to say.
Should have started with that, but
I
yeah,
would, and
we
we
did.
can edit
Clock
that
it.
by that start.
Clock
But hey,
it.
let's do the group. Ashley, come
A little
over
group.
here for this.
Little group.
And then I'm actually gonna let her talk because I have to pee so
A
bad.
little
We
group.
take like a 15.
We only have 15 minutes left.
We only have 15 minutes.
You
left.
wanna come, Ashley?
yeah,
Come on
Ashley,
in,
yeah,
Ashley.
Well, I guess we could
Yeah,
finish
because
up.
Yeah.
We could finish up with Vincent saying what he's grateful for.
Oh.
yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna roll off of what
Well,
Katie was saying.
Ashley's in the
Yeah.
frame, so for the
Yeah.
cam, we've only got 15 minutes left, and
Yeah, but I do want to preface about being grateful. I know it's like the time of giving thanks. I do want to say shout outs to Derek for taking a chance on me. You know, it just happened coincidentally, but I'm forever grateful to be a part of this company. And while I've, you know, not have been as active due to like financial reasons and the multitudes of jobs that I have, I'm eternally grateful for Derek for being understanding, knowing that, you know, we all have separate lives. He understands that we all have these extra things going on in our lives, and it's okay if we can't pick up. But, you know, being like the person that I am, I always want to provide for the company, and I'm just eternally grateful for taking a chance on me. So thank you, Derek.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Next would be definitely Matt. I feel like the time that we spent together, Matt has become like a confidant that I can rely on. And he doesn't judge me for who I am, but just listens and provides the insightful experiences that he has. So thank you, Matt, for that.
Gotcha, bro.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Dog.
And
That's
obviously,
not the alcohol talking.
no, that's not the
heart
alcohol
or the
talking
alcohol?
for sure not. But obviously Katie as well. She's been a person who I can go towards, who I struggle with starting IVs. She took me under her wing, so I've become more confident because of her. And then, you know, Ashley. From the limited interactions that we've had,
Into levity.
we did go to Levity together last week, so it was really cool getting to hang out with you outside of, you know, that space. But you're someone I can trust on, and who says like, you know, like I'll take on this client. I'm like, oh, you know what? Like Ashley's got it. Like she hasn't missed, you know, and I trust her with all her skills. But that's who I'm thankful for. But definitely, I want to give a shout out to mom and dad. You definitely believed in me. I definitely would not be who I am today without you guys and your support. Especially mom. Mom, I love you so much. You are the one person that I cater towards and reflect on as a nurse, but as like a human being. And then my brother, huge shout out to you. I fucking love you. Excuse me for cussing, but you're someone I look up to, even though I'm older. But I know there's so many things I learned from you. So I'm eternally grateful for you being in my life, and I love you. But yeah, that's pretty much who I'm thankful for. So yeah.
Damn, you feel shitty.
good.
Mom, I love you too. Everyone, all my friends, family, everyone that I've done, like met in my life, love you guys.
No, yeah, I love you. Like, mom, dad, I love you too. Like, holy
I'm sorry
shit.
if I went deep.
No,
but
that's
Leave it
fine.
alone.
That's
let's
true. That's
dedicate
true.
10 seconds so we could have it
To
on
our
our
parents.
clips.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Very grateful for my parents and my brother especially, and the rest of my family. I'm just very grateful and lucky to be born into such a loving family, and especially my friends too, of course. Everyone that I've met along the way who was like has helped shape me in some way or form, and yeah, again, like just grateful for the life that I have now. It's shitty in some aspects, but really great in others. In the majority, I'd say.
Mommy, daddy, you guys did a good job, right? So thankful for you. To my little sister, who I look up to, and the beautiful marriage that you guys just had. Love. Ooh, what happened there?
I was like, this-
Oh yeah, well, shout out to my sister. She's great. Shout out to my wife. She's also cool. Shout out to Noah, my son. That's my dude.
That's the little boss, bro.
Yeah, that's my dude. Yeah, no, I'm not good at like giving thanks. I'm not good at receiving things either. So,
It's because you give it every day, bro.
Yeah.
shoot. Well,
I feel
thankful
the
for
same
you
way.
guys.
Yeah, thankful
Yeah.
for you too, Derek.
I'm thankful for all the shifts I just signed up for.
Yo, let me tell you.
thankful.
Let me tell you, I'm thankful. No, I'm thankful because I'm gonna be in Las Vegas and I can't be here.
Did you see the shifts?
Yeah, I saw it. And then
Did your AI message me
Yeah.
saying like, why didn't you sign up for shifts? I was like, let me double check. I have like a stacked week coming up.
And then what did the AI say?
Oh, was
How
it
does
really
that
AI?
AI
Was it
how does
not?
the
Was
AI
it
work?
you? It wasn't you.
I usually get like
Hold on.
texts from your coordinator,
Wait,
so
'cause
I'm
they
just like,
responded
oh, I'm so
like
sorry.
you.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Hi, this
shout-
is
shout
the
out to
AI
Chelsea, too.
assistant.
We're thankful for
I am
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Everyone say thank you to Chelsea.
Thank you,
dude.
Chelsea,
Thank
for
you. Shout out to
always reaching out to us.
Chelsea.
You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, she's
Goat.
great.
And the
She's
AI
re-
assistant gotta go.
Yo, the AI assistant sort of trash.
AI assistant's kind of funny, bro.
She kind
In
of
3
calling
month
me
probation.
out.
3 month probation.
And I was like, I do have shifts. And she's like, oh, I am trash.
oopsie.
I just
I like how we genderized the AI assistant. Too.
Oh,
It's a
sorry.
she. It's
That's
a
all
she.
good.
It's okay.
I say yeah, it doesn't have any feelings.
But
I don't
on the
think.
real, how
I
do
don't know,
we want to
people-
like end this? Because I know we've been going on like tangents and stuff. And
Is it done or are we?
Brother, I
much.
don't look
How much is it rented for?
until 11. We got
10
11
minutes. 10
Wait, should we do
minutes.
a quick clip like, Katie, do you want to stand here and we just do like a short like
Yeah, sure.
Montage.
clip of a photo or something?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm trying to do some social media.
yeah.
Social media stuff.
You need to do more videos.
All right.
I don't know where to look, honestly.
for real.
I have no idea.
Awkward silence.
Very awkward. Very awkward.
Well, we
right
just
now.
need random like clips to da 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 da.
I mean, I think Ashley got a couple though.
Yeah.
I saw you taking
Yeah,
things like,
yeah. I wanted to get like so we can do montages. Also, end of year coming up, so like quick
Mm.
boo 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 things we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all like Papa Rashley up in there. Papa Ashley, Papa
What's our next
Rashley.
pod? Should it be in December?
When Justin gets back.
Okay, already.
Christmas one.
Let's do
I would-
December.
I would
All
love
right.
to do a December episode. My birthday's coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Why
All right.
not?
All right. So let's call it. Thank you guys for listening in. I know it was like
I
it
know
was
it's
thankful,
super weird.
but it was
Very thankful.
Majority of it was super thankful.
We'll cut off the
Eternally
alcohol
grateful.
next time.
Good things that we can
Kind of take away from this.
take away
Yeah.
from this, in the end.
alrighty. That's time.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Bye.
listening.
Drip Dialogues out.